Yes.
Just tell me your name and what you study.
I'm Gabby, and I study international political economy.
Yes.
So there's been this idea that Israel's always sort of been a unifying factor in uniting the Arab nations, so kind of hatred for Israel unifies them. And in fact, when you saw with the riots in Egypt, there was an article in Ynet when Assad came out and said, the reason there's no protests in Syria is because we haven't got peace with Israel. But now you see that there are protests in Syria. So do you think there is sort of a weakening of this idea of Israel being a unifying factor? And if so, how is it going to change things?
No, I think we're still going to be a unifying factor for the Arab world because the leaders, the Arab leaders, use Israel as a nice scapegoat in order to divert attention for what is going on internally. I think the more, on the long run, we'll move into more, I would say, democratic structures. I think that would decrease, but in the short run, you could look at what is happening now. I mean, in Syria, they stood up and said that Israelis through SMSs, got the Syrian people to really, and I'm not joking, this is all, the vulture is a true story, and the shark is a true story, and this is a true story. SMSs were really, now it's ridiculous, right? It's as ridiculous as you would find a Saif al-Islam having, doing his PhD on, what was it called, democratic structures. Saif al-Islam, by the way, Saif al-Islam, Saif is the sword of Islam. What did he learn in LSE? Who gave him a PhD there? But the sword of Islam is being used now in another way, somewhere else. The answer is they'll keep on, but it will decrease, I think, on the long run.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Jay. I study international relations and history. This week, a South African university has boycotted its academic ties with the Ben Gurion University in the Negev. How is Israel going to combat this kind of emerging comparison with apartheid, and does it see it as a real problem?
Of course, we see it as a real problem. I have to tell you, boycotts, academic boycotts, especially, in the academy, it's an oxymoron by definition. The idea is the flow, free flow of ideas and being able to really listen and to the other side. I think boycotts, especially in democratic countries, don't help. And I have to admit to you that a lot of those calls also come internally from Israel. There's some, Jewish inventions to everything. For example, Israeli lectures from the Beersheba University or Tel Aviv University would come over to the United Kingdom or somewhere else and call on people to boycott the university that they work at. This is only an Israeli invention. I think you don't really get anything out of that. On the contrary, you move people to really, stick by their guns in the sense, in parentheses. And is it warring? Yes, because Israel is a democratic country with all the problems that there are. We're not angels, okay? We do a lot of idiotic things, and sometimes we do huge mistakes. But this is part and parcel of an internal debate that always takes place in Israel, and I don't think people appreciate that enough outside of Israel. So that I think, debate on all fields, academic, cultural, and other stuff, is absolutely, I think, vital for Israel, and we take it seriously. And I really genuinely believe that it doesn't have an effect. On the contrary, it does exactly the opposite. It rubs people the wrong way, and you don't really get the peace out of that.
Okay.
For example, there's this thing with boycott here at LSE with, what is it?
The Eden Springs water.
Eden, you have Evian, not Eden on. Eden water, I think it's somewhere in Scotland that they're taking the water, no? So it's completely bonkers, but people go out and say, boycott, boycott, boycott. It's a nice slogan, but it does absolutely zero in order to bring people together.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Khalid from European Studies. We usually hear, especially from some Israeli diplomats saying that Arab speaks the language of peace in English, but the language of war in Arabic. But I guess we hear the same also like from the Israeli diplomat too, like the language of peace in English, the language of war in Hebrew. So I'm sure in Israel there is a group who's ready to solve, to settle for the peace if there is a real peace partner. But I'm sure also this question, like on the Palestinian side, who wants to like solve this question if there is a peace partner? In 2005, the Saudi peace plan, they offered full recognition by all Arab countries if Israel was ready to go pre-1967 border. And also there was another league in The Guardian where
The Guardian thinks.
yeah, I mean, no one like came up with ideas and like, it wasn't wrong. And in which the Palestinian and Israeli negotiation, Palestinian basically was ready to go for everything that Israel so far was publicly demanding. But it doesn't seem that Israel was ready to go for peace. And right now you have the Prime Minister is saying, well, it's unrealistic talking about peace. But Netanyahu is saying, like, well, two-state solution is possible. So how can the public opinion trust